By 1814, 1/3 of the world's coffee was produced in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. I heard there's so many amazing stories behind those walls. We're cooking some fantastic recipes today that were eating in the 18th century and still today are served. So come with me for a taste of history, Jamaica style.
It's every Jamaican's recipe because of how simple it is.
In the true tradition of a taste of history, I'm bringing to you an 18th century plantation brunch, like they were celebrated here in Jamaica in all the great houses. To do a brunch like this, it takes a lot of hands. In those days, up to 30 people would be working in the kitchen, because alone you couldn't do possibly this kind of a task.
And Walter, this is why I have you with me today, to help me with all this cooking.
Very funny. This is Junior who's going to help me, and every time I come to Jamaica, there's only one chef that I've asked for. This is Junior Francis to help me. And we got such an aggressive menu today, we got a lot of things to do.
When the English captured Jamaica in 1655, they imported African slaves to work in the fields. The combination of hot sun, plentiful water, and year-round growing seasons led to an explosion of agricultural productivity on the island. Plantations cropped up everywhere, and the vast export of tobacco, coffee, sugarcane, and cotton made many Englishmen wealthy. They became known as the sugar barons. Plantation owners grew accustomed to a refined lifestyle, and the plantation brunch was the social and culinary highlight of the week.
We got a lot of things to do, so without further ado, brown stew.
Chicken.
First. Let's go do it.
That's one of your favorite. All right, what we have here, Walter, is a nice clean chicken, right? And we're just going to joint it up. You're talking about taste of history. Everything is marinated way in advance. Today we have limited time, so we're just going to marinate this chicken and show you how it's done.
Show how it's done, correct.
All right.
Go ahead now. Let's cut it into, how many pieces you like to cut it? 16? 8?
No, that's a lot. If we're doing curry chicken, we'll cut it in 16 pieces. I'm doing brown stew chicken, so we're just going to join it. About
okay, got you.
10 pieces.
What goes in the marinade when you marinate it?
You use all fresh ingredients, right? Thyme, scallion, green onion, or scallion is green onion. Yep. You know it as green onion. I call it scallion.
I know. Okay,
fresh garlic, ginger.
All right.
And what we'll do, we'll just rub this all in there. And you leave it in the lower part of your refrigerator overnight. Tomorrow when you're ready to cook, you have all this great flavor.
Good. So you need some garlic in there?
Scallion.
Garlic?
Yep.
Yeah, garlic, all right.
A little ginger.
A little ginger, a little pepper?
Yep. A little soy sauce to give it some flavor and color. And then you just rub that. You're talking about history, Walter. When there was no refrigerator, so everything that you cook will marinate overnight. So when you're ready to brown the chicken, you need to remove all the excess season so you don't get brown and bitter. Let's go do it, Walter.
Yep.
All right.
So oil is nice and hot.
Oil is nice and hot.
So you just want to take it off like that, make sure there's no onion on there,
Make
right?
sure there's no onion on there.
So I'm just take it in, put it in the hot oil.
Right?
Yep, got it. Do you know where the name came from, brown stew fish? Do you know? It's just because the stew is brown in the end, you think?
It's the method of cooking. You brown the chicken, and then you put all the ingredients in there. You put some root vegetables, some tomatoes, so you have a nice sweet flavor. And then you cover it. You slow stew it, slow cook it.
So this chicken take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe? Because it's a young chicken.
It's a nice young chicken.
Now it'd be an old stewing hen like us, it'd be like 2 hours, right?
2 hours, definitely. All right, Walter, this is the seasoning that is left over from the chicken. Now we're going to add all the root vegetable, and we're going to throw it in the pot and leave it to simmer. Right. So we want the carrot.
Carrots in there first.
Yep.
All right, carrots.
Carrot. Some potatoes.
Potato.
Onion. We have some in there already, but
that's a little extra.
We can add a little extra just for flavor.
Yeah, onion.
Yeah. And some tomato. Tomato give it a nice sweet flavor. See, very nice presentation already. Very nice color. And now the chicken is nice and brown. We're gonna add all our the rest of the ingredients.
Insert.
Yeah. So you can store that now, Walter, a little.
All right.
We need a little water. We'll cover it with a little water, but first we're going to remove all these ingredients from here. That's looking lovely. A little ketchup. Now all the ingredients is in there, Walter. We're going to cover it and have it slowly cooked.
So about 20 minutes and we're in business. In the 18th century, there were many plantations with great houses throughout Jamaica. This happens to be Ros Hall, the second largest great house, immaculately restored. Sandra, so good to meet you.
Here.
I heard there's so many amazing stories behind those walls. Can you give us a tour?
Sure. The house was also known as a calendar house. It had 365 windows, 52 doors, and 12 bedrooms.
So this must be the reception hall.
Yes, it is.
Who's the woman in red?
Well, the woman in the red is Annie, the white witch of Ros Hall. And if you walk along this pathway here while looking at the painting, you notice wherever you go, she's watching you.
So does every other woman.
Well, that's good, but look at this one.
Well, this room does not need an introduction to a chef.
So the Palmers would dine here whenever they had guests. The centerpiece is a 4-pedestal Sheraton banquet table, and the chairs are ribbon Chippendale.
In this episode, I'm creating an 18th century plantation brunch like it would have been served to all the great houses in Jamaica. How appropriate. It would be perfect on this table.
Yeah.
So we made it to the bedroom. Huh?
Yes, and this is where the drama begins. This is Annie's first husband bedroom, and this is where she killed him by pouring arsenic in his coffee. So Walter, would you like a cup of coffee?
I would or not. Matter of fact, let's get out of here.
This is the second husband's bedroom where he died. She stabbed him several times in his sleep, and then to make sure that he was dead, she poured hot oil in his ears.
Vicious.
Nice girl. This is the bedroom of the third and final husband. So she strangled him with the help of Taku, her freed slave lover. This is Annie's bedroom where she lived, loved, and died. Well, the trouble began when she met her new bookkeeper, Robert Rutherford.
After the accountant's arrival, more killings began. Out of jealousy, Annie put a voodoo spell on her slave lover's granddaughter. The girl died in a week. Because of that, Annie was killed by her slave lover, who then was killed himself for murdering Annie. The only person left out of this bloody triangle, Rutherford the accountant, left Jamaica and lived to tell this sordid tale of Ros Hall Plantation.
So Junior, now this saltfish fritter.
Yep.
Show me.
Very simple. It's one you can use any time of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snack. What we have here is just all-purpose flour, and all here is fresh ingredients, dried codfish, a couple eggs just to make it light, and you can use milk or water. Today we're going to use water.
Okay.
So putting in our ingredients now, that's baking powder.
Baking powder, gotcha.
We're not going to use too much salt because the codfish is already
salted by
salt,
itself
but just
already,
enough,
yep.
just enough salt for the flour.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. The codfish. All right. So some colored pepper, Scotch bonnet, very important.
Ooh,
You don't want too much. All right. Some scallion, fresh garlic,
thyme. There you go.
black pepper, some chopped onion,
And you want some water, right?
and we're gonna just toss this up. When I break egg duck, I break them one each.
Yeah. Right.
All right, you don't want to add too much water, or else it make the dough too soft and it absorb oil when you fry.
And you want to be careful adding the water because you can always add, but you cannot take it
You
out.
cannot
If
take out once it's there
If
already.
it's too soft, it ain't going to work. I got you.
Yeah, so that's a nice batter. You don't want your oil too hot or
Yeah.
too cold for this one. So that's basically it. Now that's ready for frying.
Junior, I can't wait to taste it. Let's fry them. Come on.
You can fry this two ways.
Yeah.
Deep fried or
Yeah.
shallow fry where you turn from side to side.
I like a fritter where you don't, yeah.
Yeah. The smoke is killing me, Doc, but that's what you get when you cook from bushfire.
Yeah, man. Doesn't bother me one iota. I love smoke. Let it cook for a little bit until it gets. Oh,
See?
look at it. Oh,
very
look
nice. Yeah.
Phew. I
See, it's almost floating.
Yeah,
That's how light it is.
Perfect. Look at it. Beautiful. Now let you turn it.
Yeah.
Too much smoke. I can wait for seeing those fritters on the brunch table, Junior.
Yeah, and they're gonna be nice.
Yep. So the plantation owners, which obviously 99% of them came from England, would have their steak and kidney pie and stuff in England, but here adapted to something faster and quicker.
The kidney pie take a longer time to process, to make.
Absolutely.
Here, this one is very quick, it's flavorful, it's tasty, and it's very
And
nutritious.
you know, I had many a breakfast in Jamaica at homes. I have never not had kidney and liver for
with green
breakfast.
banana.
Absolutely. with
Exactly.
fish. Absolutely.
So let's season
ahead.
these quickly, Doc.
All right, go ahead.
And again, it's all fresh ingredients.
Right.
Fresh ginger and garlic.
Mhm.
A lot of it is good for this. Some chopped thyme. So give me some onion.
Onion. Here we go. Here we go. Soy. All right. You have some oil over the pot already?
Yep.
I can hear it
See?
sizzling from here. The reason I'm doing the kidney is my favorite.
Nice. There are some tricks to cooking kidney and liver, Doc, is that you want the pot to be really, really hot because you're not going to put any liquid in there. If you put water, it might make it a little hard.
Let me try that here.
How's the flavor?
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
And I love kidney, you know.
Yeah?
Mm.
It's
Beautiful.
one of our favorite.
Yep.
You just cover it up. You can adjust the fire if you want and have it cooked
Ready to
for
go.
about 20 minutes.
Clifton Mount Estate dates back to 1744 to the early coffee growing in Jamaica. By 1814, 1/3 of the world's coffee was produced in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. To understand Blue Mountain coffee, you must come here, high into the mountains of eastern Jamaica.
Growing coffee is a long-held tradition. It's been going on since the 18th century. It's a very tiny area in Jamaica, between 2,000 feet to 5,000 feet, that we grow Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. We are fourth-generation farmers. My grandfather was a farmer, my father was a farmer, so even though we studied accounting at school, we somehow ended up farming. It takes about 9 months to grow a seedling. Then, once it's planted, it's going to take 3 years before we get into production and we start harvesting. Coffee is picked cherry ripe, therefore a reaper will probably visit a tree maybe 6 to 8 times during the season. Once it's picked cherry ripe, we pulp the coffee, which is to take off the skin.
Let's get started.
Once it's washed, we are now ready to dry the coffee. At this stage, the coffee has 55% moisture. We're going to dry it down to 11.5% very slowly because we're trying to keep the bean alive. We're trying to put it in hibernation. The bean at this stage has a covering called a parchment. We remove the parchment and that now exposes the bean. The bean is polished, graded by size, graded by weight, graded by color, yes.
The roasting process, this creates a really nice punch.
This is your quality control.
This is what the coffee looks like after it's been roasted, grounded, and now we're about to check for the fragrance, the aroma, and the taste profile. First, we're going to smell the fragrance of the coffee.
That's fantastic. You smell it. Great aroma.
The next thing to do is to pour hot water on the ground. Now we're going to check for the aroma of the coffee. We do this by breaking the crust and smell.
You ready to taste now?
You know, I'd prefer for us to bring in our expert, Copper.
Wow.
Isn't that something? Would you like to try it, Walter?
Yeah, give me a shot. Oh, not quite the same.
Yeah,
But it tastes beautiful.
Did you taste that natural sweetness?
Of course.
The reason for the slurping is to get it all over the mouth and fine particles into the throat, into the nasal passage, because most of taste is smell.
Well, I learned something new. I had to come all the way to the Blue Mountain to learn how to cup a cup of coffee. You know, I've been coming to Jamaica for many, many years, you know, right? And I fell in love with callaloo. It's so hard to find in the United States. You can find it in Miami or New York, but it's very difficult to get.
Okay.
And there's nothing better than the callaloo. Now, your recipe today that we're making is simple, quick, easy, but delicious, right?
Yes, very.
Takes no
very,
time. Yep.
Well, that's not just only my recipe. It's every
Everybody's.
Jamaican's recipe because of how simple it is. You can go with just leave alone, or you can just peel the stalk. It's very simple.
Get some nice little crunch to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like.
And it's not hard to cook. It's not much. It doesn't take longer than the leaf to cook. The reason we peel it, Walter, is that the skin will make it a little bit hard, and you don't want that. So after you peel it, you just go right ahead and cut. So now that we have our callaloo cut, we're gonna steam it quick. It cooked in less than 5 minutes, right? It's very nice when you steam it with butter, because butter gives it that nice flavor. So now we have our butter on the fire. We're just gonna put again some fresh ingredients in there. So Walter, if you wanna grab some of these ingredients from me, we'll just go right to the fire.
Yeah.
What I like to do, Walter, is put all the fresh ingredients in the bottom, so it's steamed through the callaloo. Scallion, garlic, some thyme.
Little habanero.
Very little. Remember, our callaloo, it absorbs the seasoning
quickly.
very,
Okay,
very
there we
fast.
go.
Some onion,
All
and
right.
then we throw our callaloo.
And then peppers on top.
Yeah. We'll put a little salt, if you want that from me. All right. So Walter, what you'll do, you'll have this steam for about 2 minutes, then you remove the cover, stir it one time, and then another 2 minutes, and it's ready.
In the 1700s, Arabella Smith's family owned Clifton Mount Estate. After Arabella married Alexander Dallas, they moved to Philadelphia. Dallas eventually became the 6th Secretary of the Treasury under President Madison in 1814. Secretary Dallas established an annual income tax, and he saved America from bankruptcy after the War of 1812. Their son George became the 11th Vice President of the United States under President Polk, and a city in Texas is believed to have been named after him, Dallas. From Arabella Smith's time until now, Clifton Mount Estate has continued to grow Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee.
All right, Walter, the corn pork has been cooking for over 2 hours, and since you're my help today, can you get it for me?
You're kidding, huh? You're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not. You're my help today.
Okay. Oh, I tell you, the abuse I take. Here we go. All for a taste of history. Oh, super. Ah.
That looks nice.
Oh, man, Junior, tell me. Man, I tell you, got to get a piece out of there for me. Look
You
at
see that, Doc? That's falling off the bone.
It's where you want
Nice pimento leaf, thyme. You smell that aroma, that flavor.
Oh,
So what we're gonna do
Junior.
to make our hash, Walter, we're gonna basically just slide the bones out.
Junior, maybe one thing you find interesting. The early European settlers that came over here very early with the Spaniards and others, you know, they would start eating meat. And the Caribs would say to them, bucan. Bucan means buccaneer, meaning meat eater. But
Yeah.
what's really interesting is that this was one of the early 18th century ways of preserving the pork, because you salt it completely down. No different. So you salt it, and what they call salt is corned. So it's kind of curing it.
And I tell you what, that maybe you didn't know, a lot of these people back then was herbalists. Hence all these fresh ingredients. Yeah? And that all was used as a preservative also.
So Junior, what I really find interesting, even so it has a lot of sodium, because obviously it's cured
Right.
in pure salt.
You need the sodium to
corn
cure it.
Correct. And to preserve it, which was really the way to do it. But the additional flavor you put into it with the pimento leaves and a little bit of thyme just makes it so beautiful over the top.
Very- You,
So
can,
I-
you can smell that aroma.
Can I smell it? I can taste it. Junior, now we got more work to do because we got to set up the punch.
Definitely. And there's a lot of things to set up, so let's go do it, Doc. All right.
Now.
No.
You know, Junior, what's amazing, in the 18th century, when somebody had a big plantation, guess what they would do? They want to show off to everybody else. So this is a perfect example what an 18th century plantation breakfast would have been, because you want to show off your neighbors, right? Now imagine, they had like 30 cooks or 20 cooks. We did it by ourselves today.
Exactly.
Junior.
And this is a very good result, though.
Great job,
man.
Let's go down and try some.
Exactly.
You know, Junior, before we even go started on the food, but of course, you see the aroma? That's Blue Mountain. I just came from the Blue Mountain. 1740, they developed the Blue Mountains, imagine that? The coffee clippings came from Martinique. The French sent it over. Unbelievable. And there's so much history up there, you won't believe it. So obviously, a brunch like that would always be served with a nice cup of Blue Mountain coffee. So let's cheer on a cup of coffee. And then you're going to tell me all the brunch items we did, since I forgot most of them.
All right. Well, this was a lot of preparation.
Yeah, I did all the work too. So get me started.
All right, we have the potato pudding here. What you call pone, we call potato pudding. Here we have boiled yam, banana, and dumpling. That goes great with the kidney and the liver. And this is our corn pork hash, escovitch fish, codfish fritters, our ackee and bacon. It's a nice brown stew chicken here. Our pepper steak, our steamed callaloo, our fried dumpling and bami. Walter call them Johnny cake, we call them fried dumpling. Our banana bread, plantain tart, coconut drops, and gizzardas.
A long time for those gizzardas.
How is it?
Beautiful. Unbelievably good.
Thank you, Dad.
Look at this great food. Beautiful. That's the island of Jamaica. I thank you for all your help, and I'm going to toast you with a cup of real Blue Mountain coffee. The finest coffee in the world.
Original.
Junior, couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
All right, anytime.
You're in luck. You're going to see something I never shown before. My favorite jackfruit relish. All right. So this is my jackfruit that is very prized in the islands of Jamaica. Matter of fact, if you get a jackfruit tree, before the jackfruit gets ripe, you actually have somebody watching it so that nobody steals it from you. It's a very unique fruit. It's a relative of the durian that's known all over Asia. So we're going to cut the yellow membrane fruit out. Unique flavor. We're going to clean the inside. The seeds you discard. The inside we're going to just now chop finely and make the most gorgeous relish you've ever seen. It's a very sticky fruit. I put a little bit of honey in there, just a tad, not much. Crushed allspice, some ginger that's already chopped. And the most important part of this entire recipe is going to be the habanero pepper. That has a tremendous amount of heat. The jackfruit relish is the most spectacular relish you've ever served together with your jerk pork. I guarantee it.